for any team to come calling. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the AAC, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Ducks will kick it away first. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Clemson's offense takes the field for the first time today. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play a man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Looking for room at the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big deal.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's McMillan. And the... In the run, even better, a big pickup on that one. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Trying to break the plane on second and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Oregon Ducks offense has its first opportunity of the day. David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. Though he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. By the defense, it's their first of the half. A little release to the back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on second down. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He'll try to pop the draw. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Ducks will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He'll pitch it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a connection. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tigers.
For the offense.
The new set of downs. quick pass on the fly motion. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll go to the toss. To the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Ducks want to crank the tempo. They'll try to get it through the air. Floating away. Just slithered through the tackle and he's got room to run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Running back searching for a hole. Fights off a defender. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Good timing on the quick out. Gets away from one, finds room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Ducks are on the move. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw it again. Buying some time. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the first down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short, You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
With jet sweep pass. Nice move to keep running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Tigers in the hurry up. They're going to ride this running back. They knock him down right there.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Finds a man on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different and give this offense something to think about.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense.
The RPO game works really well for this offense because the running back is very patient. It's a bit of a delayed handoff, but he's very good at finding the creases and finding the lanes and then putting his foot in the ground and getting north.
Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. Now the toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting to run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 4 over the Royals. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
The RPO fire complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. He's looking to throw it. Fires toward the target. And it's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it.
He's off to the races. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run this one off right tackle. Lowers those pads. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Garrett. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Preston. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. At midfield, he's got room. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Slides away. On the move and looking deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
On second down, wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Grab near the sticks. It's Boyd. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Finds his man in the middle. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's McMillan. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build on.
It's a fumble! And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Trying to get to him. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Slithers into space. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Finds the tight end. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? The ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. This time he's got it. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Now that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Makes the grab. It's Hansen. Tackled after picking up the first down.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Spits it out to the back. Finds him out of the backfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Clemson looking to convert on fourth down. They'll run the option. Dances away again. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do once you...
And that pass intercepted. Oh, what a move! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. Line gets set, first down. The give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Picks up 6. Second down coming up.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Looking for a gap. It's McMillan. Hard running there. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Just plowing down the field. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Clemson 42, Oregon 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. At the 35, he's got room. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Hines is back in the middle.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack them.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Caught in the backfield, it's Preston. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. And the Ducks have this offense rolling. Going up top on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, how did he make that move? They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he breaks into the open. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Ducks! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can do it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Powers through the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Can't get him to the ground. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Discards a man. On the move is the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. The run to the left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Here's the handoff. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
One more play to pad the stats. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many?